Now, over the course of the year, we've had the pleasure of experiencing some of the finest and most exclusive supercars on offer. We've driven everything from Ferrari, Porsche, and McLaren, so it really isn't an easy choice choosing just three. So what we've done is we've picked two supercars and one GT because we kind of want to tie back into our feature car on this week's show, which was the DBS Volante. Let's have a look at our lineup. What we should do is start with this newly developed 4.4 litre M Performance twin turbo V8 power plant. A hell of a mouthful, but so is the show. The 8 Series has an 8-speed Steptronic Sport transmission, which I can tell you is very happy to be wafting along in comfort mode, or super responsive when you put it into manual mode like we're doing now. Incredible. This is meant to be a GT car. I can't believe how good and dynamic this car is from a handling perspective. It is so confidence inspiring. You know what I haven't spoken about is the soundtrack. When you're pushing hard like this, it's deep and sonorous, but there's all the snap, crackle, and pop. Beautiful. You're gonna love that. Well, from the ultimate GT car to something that was spawned in a laboratory, the McLaren range comprises the ultimate series with hardcore cars like the Senna and P1, while the sports series with the 570S is the entry into the brand. But the 720S in their super series is truly the best of both worlds. 0 to 100 in the time it takes me to say 0 to 100, 2.8 seconds. Nuts. Actually, you know what is cool? If you came with a Polo GTI and we did a sprint, you would get to 100 as I get to 200. And I'm not going to stop going until I get to 340 k's an hour. Where it all happens. McLaren's first upsizing the engine in the 720 is what does duty in the Senna. But you know, they've done so much more than just going from a 3.8 litre to a 4 litre. Just on 41% of the engine parts are all new. But you know what is equally as impressive as the performance is actually the quality of the ride. But it really is something that sets this car apart. And it is just absolutely, yeah, it's mind-boggling, insane. The benchmark for supercars? Yeah, I think so. Well, we move from the road to racetrack with the insane Porsche GT3 RS in all of its naturally aspirated glory. Oh, the glorious, glorious noise. Take a listen to that. The joys of driving a naturally aspirated, finely tuned track machine. This is the latest version of the 991 GT3 RS. So it's like up at the high levels, 383 odd kilowatts now. But it is just a purpose-built track machine. That sound, you just can't get tired of it. It is amazing. So literally where you point the nose, that is where this car goes, and the tail is only too happy to follow. It is insane. What a machine. Pretty much been a year of ticking off bucket lists. I mean, I've driven the McLaren 600 LT and their rocket ship that is a 720S. We've done the Ferrari 488 GTB, and most recently, obviously, we drove the Huracan Performante, as well as got a quick drive of the Huracan Evo at Goodwood, and of course the Porsche GT3 RS. Wow, and I know you want me to pick, come on. it's not fair on me, and it's certainly not fair on the car, because all of them have such unique characters in terms of how they deliver the driving experience. But you know what I thought we'd do is let's tie back to this week's launch car, that DBS Volante. It outmuscles all of these supercars, but it delivers it in such a different way. It delivers it as a GT. Its direct competitor would be the Continental GT from Bentley, but we haven't driven that yet. But I know in the UK, the Bentley is quite significantly cheaper than the Aston, which is why we added in the BMW 8 Series, because it's probably the best performance GT that we've driven locally in the last year. Unbelievable all-rounder, and I think with the M8 coming soon with a price tag of 3 million rand, it is certainly moving into a very, very different segment for BMW. I know, I'm stalling here, I can feel the pressure. You want me to choose one? Okay, let me go like this. If you told me to set the ultimate lap time, I'd probably go the 600 LT. Love the styling. I think it's a perfect balance of track and cool, livable performance. Love it. Oh, and then of course there's a Porsche GT3 RS. I mean, I won't forget, 2 corners in at Ascari, and I felt immediately bonded, and I think that is the strength of Porsche. You really feel like that car's been built around you. So my choice is, I'm going to do what every wealthy supercar owner does. I'm going to have one of each. I know, I sat on the fence. I hope you won't do the same. Give us your selections, engage with us on social media, and let us know which is your favorite performance GT or supercar from the list that we've looked at.